Okay, I'm back. So this list, this list that we're about to go over. Hey, Xander, or is it Xander? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so this list that I'm going to go over are 15 of the top countries. Let's just 15 countries where Black Americans are moving abroad in big numbers. And then we're going to do a little test and just see what they're saying about the safety. And then, hold on. Okay, and then we'll talk. Okay, so I'm going to come off the screen again. Well, I don't really have to. Let's just go ahead. So, Ghana is or has become, especially since the year of the return, Ghana has become a major destination for people who want to return, right? Ghana did an amazing, amazing marketing ploy. And I shouldn't call it a ploy, a marketing initiative during the year of the return in 2019. And it was 400 years since the first enslaved Africans arrived into America. And so the way that they promoted it was top notch. The way they had educational tours and dignitaries just encouraging Americans to go back. And they have done that every year since. And so that is driving a good number of African Americans to not only explore moving back, but some are taking the leap back. And for I don't know who watched Snowfall. Like Snowfall even featured two of the characters moving back to Africa, and Ghana is where they went. And so we're going to, maybe we'll put Ghana on the list. I was only going to do like two just to do comparison, so we're not here until 1:00 in the morning. But let's just go through the 15 real quick. I'm not going to read all of them, but Costa Rica, and it tells you the cities too. So the cities of Accra and Kumasi are the two most popular cities that people are relocating to or moving back to. Costa Rica, the cities of San Jose and Tamarindo are two of the most popular. Portugal, Lisbon, and Porto. Mexico City, Merida, and Playa del Carmen. And we covered those in the top cities in Mexico to live, I want to say last week. South Africa, both Cape Town and Johannesburg, ranked very high on Black Americans expatriating to or becoming legal immigrants. Legal immigrants in Dubai. And if anyone's on like TikTok, there are so many single women, solo travelers, I should say, that have decided to call Dubai and the UAE home. And it's counter what we hear here. We hear so many things. I don't know if you guys remember when there was a Black woman who got arrested. Something with a rent-a-car, but she was very disrespectful and ended up getting arrested. So they put those stories out on full blast. They repeat it, and people become fearful to move to countries like Dubai or Abu Dhabi. I don't know that many people that moved to Abu Dhabi, but I do know quite a few people who moved to Germany. To Dubai. Next is Germany. Now, I don't know how long that's going to be the case, but Germany, Berlin, and Frankfurt, there's been a lot. Let's just see what it says. Germany offers robust job opportunities, high quality education, and a vibrant multicultural society. Berlin's artistic vibe and Frankfurt's financial prowess are major draws. The country's efficient public services and strong economy add to its allure. And I said in another video, like my father loved Germany. I've never been, but he raved about it. Panama. Oh, so Panama, and I think I said this was going to be one of the places. So maybe we'll start with Panama. Let's see. Panama, the cities are Panama City and Boquete. Canada, Toronto and Vancouver. Thailand, Bangkok and Chiang Mai. So we don't have Malaysia on the list, but we have Thailand. Brazil, both Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. I know a lot of people that have also gone to Bahia. Jamaica, Kingston, and Montego Bay. I'm just making sure I do those. Okay. Spain, Barcelona, and Madrid those are very popular expat destinations, Black American expat destinations. And they also have, I think there was just a meetup in, I want to say Madrid. There was just a Black, I think it was Black women though. I'm not sure, but I've seen it recently. And I only saw women. So I think it was a Black women's destination. The Netherlands, Amsterdam and Rotterdam. Italy, Rome, and Milan. Now, I love Milan. I don't think I could live in Rome just simply because the number of tourists are just absolutely too much for me. But yeah, so those are the top 15 countries that Black Americans are moving to. Rather, they're retiring there, they're doing a sabbatical there, or they're deciding just to expatriate themselves to those places. But some of the places that I listed, if you look up their safety, like if you just Google, and I'm just going to just, let's start with Jamaica. Hold on, I'm supposed to be taking that off. Stop screen, percent. Hold on a second. Okay, so let me bring that back up. Present, share screen, share screen. We're going to Google, we're going to share, we're going to add this to the stage. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I'm just going to type in, is Jamaica a safe country to move to from the U.S.? So I don't really do the AI stuff. So let me just see. Here we go. So if we look at the U.S. Department of State, let me just open this up. So this was July. And I posted about this on my TikTok page, the Black Travel and Culture TikTok page. And people from Jamaica commented. Okay. So on July 25th of this year, reconsider travel to Jamaica due to crime. Exercise increased caution. It's a level 3. Now, level 3 is pretty high. I think, does it go to 5? It may just only go to 4, but I will confirm that. But reconsider travel to Jamaica due to crime. Exercise increased caution regarding medical services. Some areas have increased risk. Read the entire travel advisory. Basically, Jamaica often gets a high advisory warning from America, but I have heard of no one who has visited there, who has lived there, that was not into illicit activities or did things that you wouldn't do here, basically, have any bad experiences. And so I think to stay on track, part of what I want everyone who sees this video to do is to do their own research. find out not only what the U.S., of course, I recommend starting with the State Department, right? Start there, but don't stop there. You want to do your own research. You also want to see what type of crime they're talking about. Because I promise you one thing, and let me come out of here. Can you see me? Okay, I promise you one thing. I'd rather somebody steal my cell phone than for me to go in a movie theater and they pew me. I truly, if I had to choose, uh, listen, take my cell phone all day, every day. And those are some of the crimes that are being reported. A lot of the crimes that they're reporting and ranking high in these Latin American countries and in these in Mexico. Yeah, some places don't stand on the corner with your phone like this because someone with a moped can come by and snatch it. But guess what? They're not going to do. They're not going to pew you for it. So, start with this U.S. State Department, right? Department of State, but then use other resources and see what other countries are saying. Two references that we already talked about. One is the From Here to There resource guide. So those places, the 15 places that I showed you, I think almost every place in the resource guide is on there. And that's the resource guide, the From Here to There resource guide that has the clickable links. Excuse me, sorry about that. That has the clickable links for you don't have to do a whole bunch of research going from this window to that window or this tab to that tab. Everything's right there for you. And it includes everything from housing to health to expat groups and stuff like that. So you could start, with that, but you can also, what was the other thing I was about to say? That telephone just totally knocked me off my square. Well, you can start there to come back to me, but then also, excuse me, also research, because we talked about crimes, right? There's levels to it, right? Find out where they rank in gun laws. How strict are their gun laws? How many pyungs per capita? Because that's the comparison. You just don't want to say how many pyungs, because if you're in a city that has 5,000 people and 20 people get pyung versus being in a city that has 10,000 people and only one person gets pyung. Like, you see what I'm saying? So you could be in a big city. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. If you're in a city with 10,000 people or 100,000 people, there's 5 people that got pyung. You're in a city with 10,000 people and one person gets pyung. Just because one person got pyung, the per capita, is higher at the smaller city. So forgive me for mixing that up. But yeah, so you want to, there's research, there's websites where you can find out what the pyung rate is, the unaliving rate is due to pyungs, and what the laws are. You could find those out, and that's going to be your resource or not just a resource, but your information, the information that you need to really see if what we're saying over here on the State Department is accurate or not. And then the next thing I'm going to say, check to see what other countries are saying. So I'm going to pull up, and when I say other countries, we want to look at the major countries. So we're not looking at small countries. We want to see what the other countries, where they're giving their travel advisories to and why. And then we'll do a cross comparison. So I'm just going to pull up. Well, let me see what you're saying. Hold on. Okay. Xander. Okay. Thank you. I said Xander, but Xander. Thank you. Ploy is correct. Yeah. Can you give the name of the website again? Which one was that, Jan? I went over a couple of them, so let me know which one, and I'll tell you what it is. Jamaica was very, yeah, outcry, but that was to stop the money from going in, because if you looked at the Pyong Pyong unaliving rate per capita, there's certain parts, there's certain parts where you don't go. And so that's what I mean. So if we're talking about Kingston and the outskirts of Kingston, and you just want to be a little solo flashy driver, I mean, just solo flashy person. And the reason I said driver, I'm going to tell you in a second. By yourself with your diamonds and your, designer bag and all of that, yeah, you may be, asking for trouble. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about going places where you're building community. You've already done the research and you know there's a thriving community and you know that safety is not a concern. And so what I was going to say about driving. So I was in Jamaica and we were going from Montego Bay to Ocho Rios. And we were going to be there all day. I have friends staying in a hotel in Ocho Rios. And so we were there all day. We did Dunn's River and we were going to come back late at night. Now, we didn't know this was going to happen. So we were coming back. We had a driver. We're coming back and we were driving. And then our driver said, it was one of those like minivan type things. The driver was like, okay, I need y'all to lay down. I saw my life flash before me. I'm like, oh Lord, he gonna kill us. Lay down. Why is he telling us to lay down? I don't want to lay down. And it turned out that he was trying to protect us because they had people on that road went after a certain time that knew that there would be American travelers like with money, going back and forth. And so there were these rude boys, I'll just say. I don't even know if that's the right thing to say, but they would come out the woods, stop the cars, the taxis or tour guides or whatever, and then come in. They wouldn't hurt the people, but they would rob them. And so if it looks like there's nobody in the van or the car or the taxi, then they're not going to stop you. So he had us like lay down in the seats. And basically that was to protect us. And so saying all that to say, who's real, like, we're not driving back and forth in a tour bus every day, but you'll know where you're moving to. So, I mean, yeah, where you're going to expatriate yourself to. So, anyway, just using that as an example that Jamaica, Jan. I went to Ocho Rios in 1996. I got robbed. I have to take responsibility for that. I left my bags unattended. The same thing happened to me in New York. So exactly, like, that's what I'm saying. And rob me any day of the week. Just don't pyong me. And that's the thing. When you go to certain places, especially, countries, and every country has impoverished people. So I'm not walking around 38th Street. I think I said that last night. This summer, as much as I love New York and never thought I would keep my head, definitely paid attention to my surroundings, I had no desire to walk around Times Square or Midtown by myself because of the homeless population, which is out of control. So the one with all the different countries. Oh, okay. That Black expats are moving to. Got it. Okay, so, you know what I'll do? I'm just gonna put it in the chat right now. And hold on. So if you want to see the top 15 countries with the cities that Black Americans are calling home now, and this is from 2024, this is not an old article, go ahead and check that out. Ranking the countries. I think I put in what you needed, Jan, hopefully. Hey, DL, listen, I needed my my security and my IT girl. I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, welcome back. Road bandits. Yes, yes, road bandits. That's exactly. But again, I was like, you should have told us this before you told us to lay down. Like I'm like, I saw my life flash before me. I'm like, is he really gonna rob us like right now? So